Hello Strick Squad, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here today. As always, I really appreciate it. So I am a little over a month behind on this video. I do apologize for that. But you guys, last month on March the 8th of 2019, I hit another really big milestone in my transition. In case for those of you who this may be their first video seeing me, I am transgender. I was born a biological male. I transitioned to female to live more as myself and be comfortable with who I present as and identify as. So I am on hormones to medically transition, and last month on March the 8th, as mentioned, I hit 2 years on my hormones. Otherwise known as HRT, hormone replacement therapy. So basically, this video is going to be me updating you guys on changes I've experienced over the last 6 months, because I have, since I hit my year mark, been doing every 6-month increments and updating you guys on what is going on with my hormones and things like that. So that is what this 2-year mark video is going to be all about. So if you are ready to see what changes I've experienced, just keep watching. So whether you guys have or have not seen any of my previous updates, I always start with my mental changes that I've experienced first, physical changes next, and then last is sexual changes, because if anybody watches my videos and does not want to see sexual changes that I experience being on HRT, I do not want you to feel like you have to. So that's like the last topic that I discuss when it comes to this, so that way you can see the other stuff and then close the video if you don't want to see that. So starting off mentally, I can honestly say I haven't really experienced a lot within the last 6 months, to my 2. When it comes to the overall changes I have experienced over the 2 years, it has been a dramatic change. My whole thinking has completely changed, because when you do start hormones, it overall does interact with what's going on up here, and it changes your thinking. It changes sometimes some of your sexual orientation, what you're attracted to, and things like that. So a lot does change when it comes to that. Before I started hormones, I was not attracted to females at all. Since being on hormones, maybe it also has a little bit to do with being with a cisgendered man. My husband is cisgendered, so of course he has an attraction towards other females, so maybe that has a little bit to do with it as well. I have gained some attraction to women and trans women as well that I did not have before. But mentally, a lot has completely changed, and I do not think anything like I feel like I did before transitioning. But when it comes to the last 6 months, nothing has really changed when it comes to my mentality, my mental thinking. The only thing I can say up front is that I am sometimes really bad about not taking my hormones on time or on schedule. I'm supposed to take 1 spironolactone and 2 estradiols twice a day, morning and night, and sometimes I do forget a day, or I'll forget a dosage and I'll start back on the next dosage like that night, and I am really bad about that sometimes. So just keeping the momentum going is really difficult for me. So I can't say that all of what I experience is from the hormones itself, because it also could be where my mental changes from not taking my dosages like I'm supposed to regularly every single day, because I have a horrible memory, guys. But that is really all for the mental changes. When it comes to the physical changes, over the whole 2 years, I have experienced a lot. When it comes to the physical changes over the last 6 months, I have not experienced really anything. Maybe a little bit of breast growth. They do occasionally hurt, like my nipples hurt sometimes, like they're itching or like kind of pulsating a little bit, and I'll have to massage them to get the pain to go away. So I have experienced that a little bit. But when it comes to the overall 2-year mark, from when I started, my hair was super short when I first started. I'll see if I can find a picture and insert it in here, and you can see how short my hair was. Now this is my hair straightened. My hair is naturally curly, but this is how much it has grown over the 2-year mark that I've been growing it out. my face has completely changed. I will also post a picture of me pre-transition so you can see what I looked like then and what I look like now. So my face has completely narrowed out a lot. I had more of a like square, rectangle, square face structure. Now it's very narrowed. I have naturally high cheekbones, so that really hasn't changed. But I usually have really bad dysphoria with this little curve that I have right here. I just feel like it's really masculine looking, and I've not really liked it. But I have, in some ways, gotten over that and learned how to deal with it. But mainly just the narrowing of my face and a little bit of fat redistribution when it comes to that. Of course, with my body structure in general, it has completely toned down. Of course, when I was a guy, I was a little bit more up like this. Not hardcore, because I was still a very feminine guy. So, I mean, I wasn't like, ooh, like football, like masculine, like, you know. So, I wasn't like that ever. But I was a little bit more. But now, I'm very toned down. I have also learned to keep my shoulders down some to help feminize my body structure out. But that's something that has been on its own. And of course, you can see right here, this is that side boobie fat from the boobs that I do have. Since starting hormones, I have developed a B cup size breast. I have a more in-depth video that I've done like a couple of months ago. You can look on my channel. It's my breast development update. I think it was like a year and a half or something close to that I done it. And that's more in depth. I'm just in a bra and letting you actually see my boobs, not of course fully out, but letting you see my boobs and stuff like that. Right now, I do have a bra, a different type of bra on, so I mean, but you can just see that I do have breast development. They do jiggle. Like I'm my 38B actually. So when it comes to breast development, that is where I'm at. I have developed a little bit of a butt that I did not have before. Before transitioning, I did not have a butt at all. Now I have developed some. I can't really show you because of the camera and stuff, and it's just not working right now. I did not develop any hips. Of course, that also has to do with bone structure and your body structure, and your bones did not change on HRT, just fat redistribution. Unfortunately, I did not experience any fat redistribution to my hips, so I am awkward body shaped. I have boobs, I have some gut, and then it's like, you know, gut, and then hips, thighs. Like, I have thighs. I've always had thighs. That was not due to HRT. So yeah, that is mostly it when it comes to that. Or also, a lot of women that I have seen on HRT have experienced that they do not have acne. Since starting HRT, I do not experience any acne at all. I can't tell you when I had the last zit, thankfully. I never had bad acne before, just the occasional pimple, and I was that person that popped them. But since starting HRT, I have not experienced any acne at all. When it comes to the sexual aspects of being on HRT and the things that I have experienced, I haven't experienced anything changed within the last 6 months when it comes to my sex life. But when it comes to the overall, from start to 2 years, I've experienced a ton, of course. When I first started HRT, about my second or third day actually on HRT, I no longer had morning wood. Of course, pre-transition, you get that daily because that's just a part of testosterone, and males usually wake up with a boner called morning wood. So, like I said, about 2 or 3 days after starting HRT, I did not experience that anymore. I do not experience that at all anymore. The only thing I experience when I wake up is having to pee. Every morning, just having to pee. So, that's really good because I did hate morning wood. I did have dysphoria with that a little bit. I did not like it. A lot of males experience random boners throughout the day. I do not experience that anymore. I did before transitioning all the time, get random boners. That does not happen anymore. The only time is if something happens to rub against that bottom part, like I don't really have examples, just if occasionally, like if something's rubbing down there, or of course, if my husband and I are doing stuff, then of course erections happen. But I do not get random boners anymore. When it comes to my sex life, it's a completely different experience. It's a completely different pleasure. It's not the same feeling as it used to be. It's not that it's a bad feeling, but it's a whole different type of pleasure. It's a different feeling of pleasure, if that makes sense, and I hope it does. And maybe you are another trans woman and you know how it feels too as well, you know. But that part hasn't really changed a lot. It's still the same, just a different experience. It's still really nice. It's still really great. Things like that. When it comes to ejaculation, coming, sperm, all that, you know, beforehand, I was a shooter. I shot a lot and far. Like, I could shoot a wall. Like, it was crazy. It was a lot. Now, I do not do that. Now, it's barely a drip. Like, one little droplet, if you're lucky. Sometimes, oh, air turned on, and I thought it was a car going down the road or the wind or something. But anyways, so, like, it'll be just a little bit of a driplet, sometimes a couple, but that's only if it's, like, an extreme orgasm or something like that. But normally, it's just a little driplet. And before, it was white, typically. Now, it's always clear, and sometimes nothing even comes out. But I do experience the pleasure of the orgasm. And also, I've had one other question that's been asked of me before, and that is, did my size shrink once starting hormones and being on hormones for a while? For me, in my personal experience, yes. I did shrink down there. I don't really know how big I was pre-transition. I'm gonna guess maybe 6 to 7 inches or whatever, and I was kind of thick. But I'm not gonna tell you what I'm at now. I don't know. I have not sized at all since starting hormones. But I do know in general that it has shrunk. So that is for that. And that is all that I can really tell you from my sex life and experiences and changes that I have experienced. It is a lot. When you've been through it, it's definitely a lot. But yeah, let me know what you guys have experienced, if you've experienced some of the same things or different things or whatnot. Make sure to like this video, comment down below what you think. Make sure to subscribe and share this video as well. And also follow me on all of my other social medias like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, which are always on the screen and in the description box below. You have a great day or night wherever you're at, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.